All right, we're going to get a chance to do some writing this week and using a cluster in order to get ourselves going. So this is actually assignment 4 from the English 050 Writing Center book that you're going to work on. And you will have some choices about the topics that you want to pick for this. So the book will actually, or the activity will give you some options, or you can actually use Writing Center number 3, some of those topic sentences that we developed last week, and you can use those in order to develop this. So when we're doing pre-writing, some of us have a hard time getting started, or maybe we like to use a list, or maybe we do some sort of a free write of some sort. But the idea of a cluster or a graphic organizer or a web is helpful for many people, especially if you are sort of that visual learner where you like to see some of the pictures. So this activity will give you a chance to try some of these things out, and you can play around with this electronically. You can do this by hand and take a picture, whatever you need in order to put all these things together. And we'll talk about this in class as well. But here's a quick way for you to get started on things. So you'll see this is what we would consider kind of a robust cluster. We have this general topic in the middle, and then we've gone much more specific on each of our bubbles. And then if we wanted to write a single paragraph, we could go ahead and just look at doing like the 4th of July, just that single branch, or just Thanksgiving, or just marriage, or just graduations. We wouldn't cover all of these in a single paragraph. Each bubble on the outside of this would constitute its very own paragraph for that. So in this case, for the sample that we're going to use from celebrations is that we've chosen the 4th of July as our more specific topic. And now from there, we need to start thinking about, well, what are we going to say about this? So as we scroll through, you'll see where we start this assignment. Now, again, we've given you some general topics from which to choose, and you may have already written a really good topic sentence for these in Writing Center number 3. You're welcome to bring one of those here. If none of them match these 5, that's okay. You can go ahead and pull anything from your topics from last week. You're not bound just to these. But what you need to do is go ahead and try to create a similar sort of cluster where you're going to have that centerpiece and then build off of that. And so in this case, you'll see that we took off that single branch from that 4th of July, and then from that we went ahead and developed our strong topic sentence. Now, you will already have some of this information done. So if you decide to use a topic sentence from last week, you're pretty much going to start here with your topic sentence and start to build these branches that come off of that piece. You wouldn't have that centerpiece on it. But the whole point is to create a visual representation of some of the ideas that you're looking at for this. And again, you can just start from scratch for step 1 and start fresh and with brand new ideas for this one if you don't want to go back to Writing Center 3. Now, from there, what I'm going to ask you to do is then start to create that rough draft. Use your ideas from your cluster to create this at least 8-sentence paragraph about this particular topic. Now, don't worry about taking it to the Writing Center unless you want to go talk with someone about your writing, and we will have introduced the virtual Writing Center, so it's always an option for you. But get your rough draft done, read it through to yourself. You can always ask me any questions if you want to, or actually go to the Writing Center and look for some of those errors. So I don't want you to overthink this process. I just want you to kind of move through it with relative quickness so that you can start to kind of push yourself, since we have a test coming up in a week. So this is kind of a little bit of practice for that as well. Most likely, this is going to be a very personal paragraph, so I, me, mine, we, and us. And then once you make some of those edits, go ahead and put together a nice final copy. And then in that final copy, do some underlining for me. Show me where is your topic sentence, and then what are some of the points that came off of your cluster, and how are you developing those things? And so again, this is a really good way for you to practice, write about something that you know, and before you know it, you'll be done with this activity. So again, we'll talk more about this in class, but if you want to get started on it, good luck. You can do that at any time.